deflation will take hold of the financial system, followed by a response by the central bankers, and that is hyperinflation. You came here for the truth, so let me unveil that for you. Today we will look at the introduction of QE4 into the system. It's simply a matter of time. Now, there's been a little hiatus here. Stay tuned to the end of the video. I'll update you on that. Look at this article out of CNBC. First, they're talking about the fact that people are holding on to very high levels of cash at this time. To me, what that says is fear. Fear is causing instability within the system. We see the volatility is up, definitely, and this is when the high frequency trading makes its most money. Now, it doesn't need to become volatile and move 1,000 points in a day. It's those small levels of volatility that it can prey on. Indeed, fear is running high as investors believe that the global financial conditions are tightening, not sure where they're getting, despite nearly $12 trillion of negative yielding debt around the world and the U.S. Central Bank on hold, perhaps until 2017. Think about that. The Fed may not raise rates at all in 2016. They promised they would do it. They said it would be an easy situation for them because conditions are getting better and everything is just fine. But they're even considering the fact that maybe, you know what, for 2016, let's just leave it where it is. Conditions aren't so good. Then you have the fact that $12 trillion of debt is out there in negative yields. You saw that with the German 10-year, I believe that was, is now into the negative territory. Other countries doing the same thing as well. In fact, fear is running so high that Bank of America experts think that it's helping fuel the recent market rally. And this is interesting to see the way that they have this play on words. Record numbers of investors saying fiscal policy is too restrictive and first underweighting of equities in 4 years suggest that the fiscal easing could be a tactical catalyst for risk assets going forward. Nothing of use in these chief investment strategists. If you've ever talked to any of these individuals, talk to high-level people, talk to perhaps CEOs, presidents, CFOs maybe even, and you really get a sense that they don't know the ins and outs of the system any longer. They worked their way up the ladder, perhaps. They're so out of it, so unaware because it's all about insider trading when you get to this level. And that's all they play on is insider trading. They know their money's safe. They know that they are making all kinds of cash from their dividends. They're not worried about the stock price. They're not worried about the fact that they may be out of a job. They feel that everything is just fine. In their world, perhaps it is. Positioning change with a rotation from Eurozone banks and insurance companies shifting to the U.S. industrials, energy, technology, and materials stocks. Basically what it's saying is that the money has changed where it has landed. And we saw during the financial crisis just before it, 2007, late 2007, we saw technology stocks getting that last little oomph at the end there before everything decided to fall. So after housing was going down, construction companies were taking a dive. You looked at all these different industries slowly but surely, but technology was there. It was last. And then finally, that took the nosedive down. It was pulled down with everything else. So it doesn't necessarily mean in the next crash, technology will be the last one. You have to understand that it's different every single time, or it could be different. So in this case here, we see that shift occurring. They also talk about the helicopter money being dropped, suggesting that fund managers believe that's the next likely event. Bad news for aspiring entrepreneurs. Now might not be the best time to launch your own business. Essentially what it's saying here is that people are opening less businesses now than they were previously. What this tells me is that people do not have the capital, because many businesses, in fact, need that capital. And they're not going to loan out money to any individual to start up a business. And this is what is causing this. Of course, they don't have savings. They don't have anything real anymore. So these times are, unfortunately for them, over. How to report a tax cheat and get a reward. This right here out of Time magazine is telling people how they can be a snitch, how they can do exactly what has happened so many times before in history, where people tattletale on their fellow neighbors and they get rewarded. We've seen this before, and it's happening again. This happens to be in the US. Rat, and you get rewarded. This right here, again, robotics. This happens to be Mercedes-Benz releasing what will eventually be fully automated. At this time, it's a partially automated system so that the bus can drive itself around. That means less bus drivers. That means less wages. That means less healthcare needs to go around. And essentially, once again, we are looking at a system being built that doesn't need us. Last but not least, something just to switch gears for a moment here. You know, it isn't all bad news. And in fact, I was extremely surprised at this, but it looks like the Liberal Party of Canada may in fact be, their plan, it's going ahead as planned, to legalize, regulate, and restrict access to marijuana. So they are trying to allow this to happen. 2017, they say that they'll bring it out. It is in the cards. It is going ahead. But whether or not we'll see it happen, that's a different story. But this goes to show you that there is a shred of hope, just a shred of hope left in Canada and other countries as well. So I just want to know your thoughts on this. Also, if you found this video informative, please give me a thumbs up. And last but not least, if you found the video informative, I know you'll find my book, The Money GPS, even more informative. Head over to Amazon where they have a look inside feature, which will allow you to flip through the pages of the book and see if you like it. Take care. Now, there's been a little delay here since the last time I've done a video, and I just wanted to be very clear what's going on. Please stay with me. I have been finishing up my second book, and I can't give any details right now other than what I've already said before. Essentially, look for this book to come out. It's going to be approximately 100 pages long. It's going to be a much shorter book. It's going to be even more simple than the Money GPS, if that's even possible. And this is right here to just finish up. I had all this data. I wanted to just make it into a book, and I'm trying to juggle doing the videos, doing the book, back and forth, and ultimately it's just taking me way too long. So I need to just a little bit more time, and I can finish it up. I'm already done all the content, simply a matter of just going through, proofreading, editing. I don't have, quite frankly, don't have any money to hire an editor. I don't have any ability to invest into that. So I'm just going through the book over and over and over again and just editing myself. So I hope you do appreciate that, and basically just trying to clean it up, formulate it, put it into those, a nice format, very similar to the Money GPS, in fact. And that's all I'll give for now. So please stay with me. I haven't stopped this. I'm reading all your comments every single day that there are new comments coming in, and I'm trying to reply to those. I'm trying to get back to emails. In fact, I've been turning down interviews at this time. I have been turning down consultations at this time, just so I can get this book out as fast as possible and then continue back on with the videos. So thank you very much. I appreciate all of you. Take care.